Hello everyone, this is Razorflamekun, and in this episode of the Oblivion Let's Play, we are going to be going to Frostcrag Spire, and I'm going to be showing you what it looks like without any of the items that Aurelinwae sells. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like afterwards. And while I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and drop off those mage tallow candles that we bought, and we can go ahead and start making some spells, and I will show you how to make some spells to help you train up certain skills. However, before I do that, there's one stop I'm going to make, and that is to I want to say Skingrad. Yes, to Skingrad, so that I need to get a disintegrate armor spell. So that's our first stop we're going to do, is to get a disintegrate armor spell. So once I get that spell, we're going to head over to Frostcrag Spire, and I'm going to show you it without the items that Aurelinwae sells, and afterwards. So let's get going. First off, we're going to fast travel to Skingrad, and there's one thing I do need to show in here that I'm going to start, and that is I'm going to show you where the best person is in terms of training or trainers for alchemy, and that is, oh god, I can't remember his name, but I shall show you instead. He can be found in the basement of, not this place, that's not it. I'll know which place it is when I see it, and it is... God, where is this place? Ah, right here. We go in here to the Westweald Inn, and we can go down into the cellar at certain times of day.
Afternoon.
Cindarion's cellar. This is a guy who wants the Nirn roots. So bring him any Nirn roots you get, and he will give you a quest to find more. Although, where the hell is he? Oh, there he is.
So, you've brought some... How can I help you examine the Nirn root if you don't?
My bad.
So... I don't... I saw... Have a look around.
He also sells ingredients, and as you can imagine, ingredients and that kind of thing. I'm not going to get any from him, though. Even though there are some that I want to buy from him, I'm not going to buy any, except this. He's also... Oh, he's a novice. I thought he was higher than that. Looks like there are some ingredients. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy some ingredients here. Just the ones that don't weigh very much. So I'm going to go ahead and buy these ingredients really quick, since we're here. So this shouldn't take too long, but in the meantime, I just wanted to say that I'm glad that the Metroid Zero Mission Let's Play is finally done. For those of you who know, I've been Let's Playing that game for a few months now, and now that it's done, that frees up more time for other games. I am going to be starting to Let's Play, or not starting, but continuing my Let's Play of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction very soon. So that's going to be starting after I record some more episodes of that. Anyways, now I'm buying every ingredient now, including the expensive ones. Because, yeah, I can afford it, and it doesn't really take much to earn money back. But he also has quite a few of the previous game, the ingredients from previous games. So I've been really excited that he has this many of them. So he also has root pulp, which is a fairly interesting ingredient that you can only get from these merchants. So, without further ado, we're almost done. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Nothing much. I slept in a little bit today. More than I slept a little bit more than I usually do. Woke up at about 8 a.m. But otherwise, everything else has been going good.
You're a fine...
And we are almost done now. And wow, I spent a lot of money on that there. Ooh, he also has a repair hammer that I can get too. So there we go. We got a bunch of ingredients from him that I'm not sure that I needed.
I don't recommend leaving before I've had a chance to offer you more information on your potential...
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and head out. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go to the Mages Guild like I planned. Although I'm going to go ahead... Nope, it's 5:50 p.m. Never mind. Still early enough for them to be selling spells. I believe Skingrad is the Mages Guild that specializes in destruction spells. If it isn't, then I'm going to be pretty out of luck.
What? Who are...
Let's see.
Only quality goods for sale.
Oh, yep. She is one that's... These are destruction spells, and they're very low-costing destruction spells, so I'm going to go ahead and buy them all.
Pay attention.
So that's great that she had destruction spells. Let's see. Where are the other people?
I'm Selena's...
Oh, he has more...
Let's do business.
Here we go. We got disintegrate armor in here as well. Ew, ooh, looks like I've already haggled with him a bit, too. But I'm going to buy this, and I'm actually going to buy everything that he has. So, yeah. We're going to be getting lots of new spells, although most of them we won't be able to cast because we'll be too low of a level to cast them. But it allows us to get a bunch of new effects for making our own spells, which I will explain later on in this episode, after I go around and see what all of these guys are able to offer me. Let's see. Ooh. That is a Welkin stone. So I am taking that. Yes, since I am a member of the Mages Guild, they don't care that I take that Welkin stone. Whereas if I wasn't a member, they would care.
Adriana hasn't let him work here in a long time.
Nothing much in here. Let's see what's in here. Nothing. So this was pointless room is pointless. Let's go back out and see what's in this lectern. Always check in places where books can hide, because you never know where they're going to hide skill books next.
Greetings, apprentice.
Novice, petty soul gem. I'm going to go ahead and take that. That's Selenis. Don't want to talk to him.
I trust you have a...
Adrene, nope. She doesn't have anything, but I'm pretty sure there's a skill book up here. Somewhere. I know there is. I think I specifically remember there being one up here. Oh, there's also some ingredients you can grab over here. Fire salts, columbine root pulps, bone meal, aloe vera leaves.
Hi.
Another copy of the Alias Steps if you need it. Ginkgo leaves, bunch of stuff. So let's see, what else is there in here? I could have sworn that there was a skill book in here. Maybe I've yet to find it. Oh, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Where is it?
Something I can help you with.
Dion, huh?
Good day.
Why do you follow me in here? That was random. I did not expect somebody to follow me in here like that. That was something that I was not expecting. Oh god, where is this skill book? I know there's one in here. Come on. Come on, I know there's one in here. If you want, you can pick up those potions over there, but you don't really need to. There's a petty soul gem, a lesser soul gem. It's always good to loot these places, because, yeah.
The altar's desecrated.
It's really nice to go ahead and do this. Because you can get great spells and other great spells from the mages that are living here, and other great items. Now let's see what's in here. This is a hard display case, so I would have to pick it in order to get in there. That one I can open with with my average lock, open average lock spell. So that's what we're gonna do. And this is a lesser and a petty, so not really worth it. Let's see. It's always worth it to check in every single person's and just everywhere, cause it's just you don't really know where the game guys are. Oh, here we go. Daughter of Niben. That's the skill book. I told you there was a skill book in here. So we got our skill book from here, which is awesome because skill books are fairly rare. There aren't too many of them, and I think that increased alteration if I remember correctly. There's some garlic in here. Let's go explore the other rooms. See if they have any loot that we can get. Not just novice stuff. What's in this chest? Nothing. Pointless room. And then what's in here? I'm actually gonna pick this up and see. Usually I don't pick up stuff like this because it's usually crap. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up just because I want to see what, if it says anything. Nope, it doesn't. Sometimes they say stuff, but that's pretty rare that they say stuff. In fact, I think it's only mods that add it so that it makes them say stuff. And there's nothing else to do up here except there's some chests over here which might have some torches and nothing else. So now that we got some of the spells that have the
usual, don't you think?
effects that I want to have, we are going to go ahead and head out of here and go back to the
I'm not impressed.
I can't
Frostcrag Spire so I can show you it without any of the items that Aurelinwae sells. So first we're going to head there. First things first, we're going to head there. Now, with those mage tallow candles that I bought earlier, we can actually upgrade the altars of enchantment and spell making in Frostcrag Spire to actually make them so we can actually use them to enchant items and to make our own spells with our own custom spells. There is some word of warning that I want to make, but first I'm going to show off this place. As you can see, it's very barren. We'll go up to the living area where there is a huge alchemy garden with a nern root, as well as every single plant in the game, minus ones included by mods, including all of the Oblivion plants. So if you want to gather plants for stuff like that, alchemy and stuff, go there. That goes back down to the main level. Over here, you can go up to the very top of the spire if you want to. But I'm going to head back down and go through the store. This store leads to the Gerald Mountains, which contains a portal to every single Mage's Guild in the world of Cyrodiil. And now we're going to head back to the main level. As you can see, that living area was very barren too. Down here, in the vault, you'll notice it's not really a vault, but more like a cave. That's because we need to buy the furniture for these areas. However, I'm going to be doing that a bit later, once I explain these two new altars that we have enabled. I'm not going to explain this, but now we can actually enchant any item we want with any effect, given that you have soul gems to do so. If you don't have any soul gems to do that, that are full, mind you, you won't be able to enchant any items. This, however, you can make your own spells, and I'm going to be explaining this very soon, right after I save. So we are going to... The reason why I saved is because you want to be very careful when making your own spells, because once you make it, it's permanent. You cannot remove it from your spell book unless you use the cheat console, which I cannot show off because of a piece of hardware on my computer that blocks me from being able to use it, and it has nothing to do with a program that actually blocks it. Anyways, the altar spell making. The main reason why I want to show this off is you can make spells with any. For example, if I wanted to create a near full suit of Daedric armor, I can do that. Notice how, as you increase the duration, the cost of the magicka and the cost that it would take to create the spell increases, and as well as the skill level that you need in order to increase it, in order to use it. So if I were to add all of these at 50, you'll see that it should go up to 75 now, and then it's going to go up to 200 once I add this up to 50. Because it's up to 225 magicka per cost. So now it's up to 75. So that's a very advanced spell, and I would highly recommend you not make that, because there is a spell tome that you can get. It's called Superior Bound Armor that creates a full suit of armor for you. So just don't bother getting it. I will show you the ones that are worth getting though. You can, if you want to increase your conjuration up quickly, and you don't mind your armor getting changed very often, you can do this and create a bound spell to summon a pizza bound armor spell for 1 second on self. It'll only cost 1 magicka per cost, and it'll only last 1 second, and it'll cost me 3 to make it. That's one option you can use to make a spell to train conjuration. All of these that I'm talking about are spells that will help you increase certain magical skill levels up very quickly. I've shown you one option for conjuration. The other one is to go down here to a summoning spell and do the same thing. Duration 1, and it'll be the same cost. I am going to actually I'm going to be doing this. Bound Gauntlets 1 on self, and that's going to be my conjuration training spell. If I were to give you advice on which one I would choose, I would actually choose, it doesn't really matter, but I personally like the bound armor because it looks exactly like Daedric armor, but it's up to you. And hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create this. You want to name your spell something different than the default spell names as well, so you can tell what it is. So that's going to create the spell, and I can now cast it. That's conjuration. Now we need to work on, let's see, we need to do one for destruction. 2 magicka 6, so I guess it's a little, but this is the one I like using because it'll allow me to also work on my armor as well, because disintegrate armor, what it does is it disintegrates, it lowers the durability of your armor, of a piece of armor. Usually it's a spell that you cast on your opponent, as a targeted spell towards your opponent to reduce the durability of their armor until it breaks and it falls off, or it breaks and they take it off. Instead, you can use it in reverse. You could cast it on yourself to lower your own armor's durability, so that you can then use repair hammers and repair it, and you can do this and you can do it without having to battle. And that's why I choose this spell for training destruction. There are other options you can do. You can use a magnitude 1 on target, magnitude 1, duration 1, so that but I don't really recommend that because it costs 4 magicka, and the point of doing this is to be able to cast the spell with as little magicka use as possible. Another option you can do is, let me see, is these weakness spells. You can do it on self, and yeah, it costs 1 magicka. Those are the 3 options. The one I'm choosing, I already told you, is the disintegrate armor, because of the fact that I can also train armor at the same time. So this is going to be the destruction training spell. And we're going to go ahead and create. I'm going to go ahead and save now. It's very good idea to save every single time you make a new spell so that you know when you know it's the one you want, so that you don't make a mistake and accidentally create a spell you don't want, and so on. Now there is Illusion, Mysticism, and Restoration left. For Mysticism, you don't really have much of a choice that I know of. The one that I recommend is just a magnitude 3, duration 1, and that'll you cast it on a target, and it'll actually never mind. That's one you cast on yourself. And hold on a second. It gives you the ability to see green or swirls of energy around, basically the life force of any character or monster nearby. But since I'm using it as a training spell, it's a lowest possible spell I can make, so that it's the lowest cost for both Magicka and so that I can cast it as many times before I run out. So there's the Mysticism training spell. I'm pretty sure there's not very many other options you can use for Mysticism. Let's see, we have Restoration. There's really only one choice you have for Restoration, and that is Restore Fatigue 3, magnitude 3, duration 1 on self. This is what Minor Respite does. It helps to restore your fatigue as well. Same deal. This is the one I highly recommend, and mainly because this restoration is very hard to train. So that's the Restoration training spell. Other spells you can use are like Cure Paralysis, Cure Poison, but those cost too much. You can use, let's see, these Fortify spells, but I don't really recommend it because it's, again, too expensive and stuff like that. So yeah, just go ahead and do that. Save. No, not load. Save. And the last one we have is Illusion. And that is pretty easy to decide. It's a light spell on self, 3/1. That's pretty much all you have to do. And this is going to be the Illusion training spell. You don't really need to make one for Conjuration, because Conjuration is pretty easy to level up. But the other ones are Alteration is also pretty easy to level up, so you don't need to make one for that. But if you want to make one for Alteration, if you have a shield spell, just cast something like this, 3/1 on self, and yeah, that's the way to go. So there we go. We now have all of our training spells, and there's 2 other spells that I highly recommend you make, because you cannot get them normally in the game without, like, as a spell that you can buy from somebody without doing this. And that would be a hard and a very hard lock. So this, we go ahead and do that, and we name it Open. Actually, I'm actually only gonna do very hard. I'm not gonna do the hard lock, but I am gonna do the Open very hard lock, and I am going to name it right after all the other spells after this, because this is really the only way you can get it. And we're gonna and of course you have to have you can't make it unless you can't make a spell unless your skill level in that spell is above the level requirement to make that spell. So I guess we're not gonna do that right now. But what I do need to do now is we need to go over here. And now that we have a whole bunch of new spells that we can cast that we just made, we need to go ahead and add them to our quick spell bar. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Do we have a sixth one? No, we only have 5. Now 6, hold on a second. 6 I'm going to keep as open. It's going to be open average lock. 7 is going to be the wind walking. And 8 is going to be the, where is it? The dimension door, so we can get back to the mountain tower easily. So now we can now just do this. Pull their shield out and do this. Wait for it to run out and just keep on doing this. And there you go. Just keep on doing this. Conjuration might go a bit slowly, but just keep on doing this over and over and over until you gain levels. That's pretty much all you have to do for that. I'm going to cast it one more time to gain a level. Conjuration's increased. For this, just do the same thing. Only you just hold C this time instead of pressing C. And you just keep on doing this until your destruction level goes up. Like that. For our next one, that's going to be illusion. Just do this. And just keep on doing this. Hold C down and you'll keep on casting the light spell until you gain your the illusion level. Which should be... illusion takes a little bit longer to train than the other spells. You cast, but not as long as restoration. Now, mysticism as well as another one that takes a little bit to level, but you just do that and you can get your mysticism up. And the final one is restoration, and I don't think I'm going to actually, let's see. This is the one that's going to take you the longest to level up. And I probably won't get 100 in this LP, mainly because of how long it would take. In fact, I don't even have level 100 restoration on my main character as either. So yeah, and don't think I'm gonna try and get this up a level right now. But that's how you would do it. So there you go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and save in a different slot this time, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to the Imperial City, the Market District, and we are going to go and buy those things from Aurelinwae. However, I'm not sure if I have enough money to do so, because each of them they're fairly expensive. What you buy is a little note from them, and when you read the note, it says that so and so was added to your base or your player-owned home. So to do so, you just go find whoever it is that sells the furniture for your player-owned house. In this case, it's Aurelinwae, who's right here.
Have a look at my wares.
We go ahead, and
I'm
she
sure
has
there's
spells
something to
too.
suit you.
Oh, she has lots of spells. Okay, we'll be getting those later because I don't have any money to waste. And I'm going to see if I can haggle her down to like 78%. And she still has all those potions that I sold to her earlier. And we're going to go down, and here are those items that I was telling you about. There's only 4 of them, so just buy them.
Drive a hard bar.
And they will add stuff once you read them to your new house. So watch. I will go ahead and basically I've now purchased everything that Aurelinwae has for that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and read all of these. And it'll tell you what was added. Alchemy Lab. As requested, the Alchemy Lab will be delivered promptly to Frostcrag Spire and installed. I'm glad to see Frostcrag Spire once again has a worthy owner. Warmest regards, Aurelinwae, Mystic Emporium, Market District, Imperial City. And the same thing, but only this time it's the bedroom area. Same thing, but this is the library area. And again, same thing, but this is the vault area. So now that we've bought these items, let us go back and check out those new... Sorry about these coughs, by the way. And see our new house now. I'm trying not to cough, by the way. And I just took a drink there, so sorry for the silence there. But now we are going to be heading back into Frostcrag Spire, and you're going to be seeing a major difference in the spire now. And when I say major, I mean major. Just watch. Voila. We now have ourselves a whole bunch of stuff that was delivered to our base by Aurelinwae. So this is the library area, and it adds a bunch of bookcases and a bunch of books. I'm not sure if any of them are skill books, but they might be. So just check and make sure that that none of them are skill books, because one of them might be a skill book. I can't really remember. And it's also really dark here too, so I'm gonna have to cast not a regular, the regular spell, that the training spell, light spell, but the other one that is much bigger than that. There we go. So again, sorry for that cough, but now we can see here pretty easily, and I'm not going to check if these are skill books or not right in this episode, but I might in the next one. But as you can see, it just adds a whole bunch of books. Yep, just a whole bunch of books. Now let's go and check out the vault. And you'll see that the vault is very different as well. And you even have we even have vault guardians. I'm not sure if these are safe storage or not, but I can't say for sure if they are or not. So just be wary that they might not be safe storage. Which is that's one of the reasons why I only use the one place that I've already told you about, the mountain tower, because I know that I have safe storage there. And if you want to, you can search these barrels and chests for random clutter. As you can see, I've been picking up torches and that sort of stuff, because it's actually pretty useful to get torches, because they light your way. And I've been picking up crap. I did not mean to pick that up. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to go and get rid of that, because I don't want that. Oh, a lockpick. That's very nice. Then let's see what's over here. Stuff I've already been in. So yeah, there is the vault. The stuff that was added through the vault. Oh, here's a crate over here that I didn't see. So yep. Oh, there's more crates back here I didn't see. Just searching here, looking for, any good stuff, but it doesn't look like I'm finding any good stuff. Oh, back here, I almost forgot. Back here, you can find a bottle of Shadow Banished wine, which is the wine that for a venerable vintage. Where is that? I don't think I've actually gotten one, but maybe it's gonna happen fairly soon. Yep, right there. This is another side quest that we'll be doing soon. Not now, or actually not anytime soon, but we'll be doing that later. Now we're going to head up to the living area and showing you the decorated living area now. Voila! We have an alchemy station right here, so we can get some alchemy supplies, and there's some... And we have this special effect, which only works right here. You have to be standing right next to it, and it temporarily increases your alchemy level by 15, I believe. Up here, you can find some stuff if you want it, a lesser soul gem, and yeah, a cupboard with nothing in it. Over here, okay, yep, there is a skill book in here. Hold on a second. It is A Game at Dinner, which I already got. It increases your alchemy by 1 level. And up here is a jewelry box with this, the Penta Magic Loop, which is actually a fairly decent ring. You can have up to 2 rings equipped. This one increases all of your magic skills by 5. It fortifies them, which increases it as long as you're wearing it by permanently by 5, but not really permanently. More like, you know, temporarily, but permanent, that sort of thing. Anyways, I'm going to save my game here, and then let's see, how close am I to the next level? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode here. So until next time, this has been Razorflamekun.